Are you already sending us live?
Because we're just doing pitches for Modelo.
Looking for sponsorship.
Yeah, no
Yep.
shit. Save us a ton of money,
There's
man.
not really a local beer company that makes a light beer. I was talking about that on the way up.
No, it's all
Wasatch
crafts. Yeah,
Squatters,
all
it's
craft
all real
shit.
thick craft, yeah.
They ain't trying to let you just
Someone make a
chug
light
beers.
beer
They're
and
trying to get you
sponsor the
hammered.
motorcycle industry. We're happy.
That'd be good, because I don't want to put anything thick in my mouth.
Hope we're live.
What's that? I don't even know where to find it.
No, it's just paused.
No, it wasn't. Don't make me swear. It hasn't been 30 seconds yet.
I already got us one, dog. So.
Here we go. Sweet. So I think officially this is the Intermountain V-Twin Coalition planning our first annual camp out. So yeah, we're super stoked to be joined with the really fine folks at Blackline, Tyler and Bryce, to be joining in on this. This was really their idea, so credit to you guys. Scott from Law Tigers, Sax Media, usually the dude behind the camera, but out front this time, and then Chandler of Hoggish Cycles. So, yeah. So we just want to jump on tonight, give everybody an idea of what this camp out is, what to expect, what not to expect, and you guys just start chiming in. I mean, let's just spill it all. Like,
I mean, I would say the motivation for this event just come to bringing the community together. Bunch of bad dudes in this industry doing a bunch of cool stuff that all love the same things. And I think for the first time in a long time, we have the ability to bring everyone together. So that's really what we're trying to do, build Utah to the platform that it deserves to be on.
yeah. Well, I think the thing that's the coolest for me is the fact that it's, different shops, different guys from, that are working together to make it happen. Mm-hmm. It isn't it's not at the Tucker Speed Campout. It's not the Blackline Campout. It's not the Hoggish Campout. It's like, it's all of us coming together, working together, realizing that like, this is bigger than just one of our shops. It's about the motorcycling community, the riders, the dudes that want to just go out and ride, and just kind of go old school. Just, pack your bike, throw some clothes, sleeping bag, and we'll just roll out there and just have a good time.
Your means for the weekend to fucking have a good time.
Yeah, that's the
what
goal.
it is. Yep.
And I'll just get it out there in the open right now. All of us here at this table are not working that weekend.
No.
So don't ask us about, what's wrong with your bike or why it won't start, because
The whole point is to bring everyone together and hang out.
yeah,
Everyone else, give
and
you
I
an
think for
opportunity to
us
hang out.
as shop owners, we don't want to go wrench on bikes all weekend. Like, we just want to go out and enjoy
Have a good time.
and have a good time, but also be able to do that with the riders of our community.
I think it's like showing people what really brought us into this, what gave me love into this, was this grassroots kind of living. And I think there's a lot of people that haven't experienced that. And we've been around the block and had our sets of issues and now know how to rough it like that. And I think we can bring that into a lot of people that have never been on their radar before.
And we're ahead of the game in terms of like what you're talking about, where we started. We at least have a plan of where we're going. We've scouted it. We've got, some sort of direction. What kind of fed our hunger for all this was, a lot of our trips, the Moab trip where we just left, at sunset, got to Moab in the dark, and just started looking for campsites. Went up dirt roads,
Stole a campsite
ended up
from these
stealing
guys.
a campsite, almost getting kicked out, but then waking up to the most amazing view, and hungover, headache, but it was still the trip we're never going to forget, and that's what we kind of want to share and encourage is, come together, find people who want to go ride, and just go do it, especially where we live. We're so fortunate for the riding.
So yeah, I think like you said, we've already scouted out. We've got a spot. I mean, it's kind of hard to build a camp out. Like we want to be off the beaten path to where we can have a good time and not have really any rules per se that you might have, like at say a KOA or a campground. But we also, if you're going to attract the public, we got to make that place. Guys got to be able to ride their motorcycles in there.
I mean, there'll be a little bit of dirt, but it's not going to be something unmanageable.
Yeah, I think the spot we found is easily manageable. Like sometimes I feel like, like I'll ride my Harley down the, a gnarly dirt track or whatever, but will everybody? And so like I kind of have to try and look at it through. If the dude's never even ridden in the dirt, he might be a little apprehensive about going off road. But I mean,
that's part of the fun and part
That's
of
the whole
challenging
point.
yourself and challenging. It's all
Get out of your
part
comfort
of it,
zone.
in my mind.
part of it.
Yeah, if you've never been on a ride, if you've never camped on your bike, this is the time. Like we've all got you. If you come out, we'll show you the ropes. We'll help you. Like we're not trying to wrench on your bike, but we'll show you how to have a good time. We'll show you
For sure.
how to be safe, how to get there, how to get home.
Yeah,
So come
and
with us.
If you have an incident, say you tip over, or you lose your footing, whatever. I mean, we're all going to be there to help you out. Like this isn't, like
We're not setting you
You're
up
on
for
your own
failure.
battle.
Yeah, we setting you up for failure.
Every
at this
single
point
one
in
of us
time.
dropped our bikes in the campsite.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
for
say,
sure. Yeah.
half dozen times I dropped my bike from any kinds of conditions.
Yeah.
It
Just
happens.
get it over with.
Exactly.
You're good the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
I will say that if you haven't been camping on a bike, it's worth it.
Yeah, do it.
It's worth the shitty times. It's worth the great times. There's more great times than shitty times, though.
Well,
Absolutely.
and even like I would say like the shitty times are the times that like in 10 years you're still going to be talking about, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
what we always say.
yeah.
You never leave town to have a bad time. So if you have a trip that's great weather and no incidents, you don't have anything to remember. You're not telling stories.
Yeah.
So you almost want something at least to happen so you can tell people when you get home.
Right.
Don't laugh, you guys.
Bryce loves being miserable.
I like being
miserable.
But
like
also
being
like bring a swimsuit. We want to go adventure. We want to when we get there and the next day we want to go ride. We're not going to just sit around the camp out and tell lies. We're
Yeah,
trying
no,
to
this
go
is
ride.
it's getting out, riding, camping, being about the culture of it all.
What about
We're not
gear?
here.
I would say bring cold weather and warm weather gear
Yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of just be
You
ready.
never know what you're
especially
gonna-
Yeah.
where we
Whenever
live.
you're
You
riding,
don't
do
know.
that.
Be prepared.
Yeah, it could be 90 degrees during the day and
You need some goddamn
40 at
sunscreen.
night.
Freezing at night.
And as soon as your socks are wet, man, you're done.
And
Forget about it.
Like
so.
this campsite, for those that don't know yet, the campsite, it's at Flaming Gorge. We're about 3 hours from right here.
Yeah, we haven't released the location. That was the first time, so people.
So
that's
yeah,
where we're
it's-
going.
It's somewhere out there. We'll drop an exact pin later as it gets closer to that time, but we'll be right on the water. So yeah, bring a swimming suit, like if you want to jump in or whatever, like
Bring a fishing pole. Shit.
fishing
We don't
pole,
give a
whatever
shit.
you're
Put your
whatever you're
paddleboard
into.
on the back.
Yeah. So Flaming Gorge is the location.
Has a lot to offer. Flaming Gorge location. I think a lot of us are probably gonna wake up Saturday, eat some breakfast, bounce up over the hill into Vernal, bitch and ride up over the top, drop in. There's a lot of cool stuff in Vernal. There's a lot of cool stuff. A little bit, I guess it would be west of Vernal, like Tabiona area, like that
river.
and stuff. Go check out the rivers.
Yeah, bring your swimsuit.
Cool little bars to hang out in, there's a bunch of stuff, cool area to be had. I think the biggest thing with this deal that we're trying to do here is we're trying to more connect and ride with everybody. I don't get out and ride with a lot of either customers or friends or buddies or whatever the case it may be, ride with other shops. We don't get to do those kinds of things. So this is something that gives us the time to do it as well as still building something for the scene of Utah to I don't know, grow on, continue on. We don't want this to be a 1-year deal. You know, we want to do this years down the road. So turn it into something cool.
Yeah, that's the exciting thing is like, you know, this is just year one, you know, and I think all of us here at the table want to see it grow. Maybe we find an even cooler, better spot in the future. You know, we've talked about that. Like,
if people come to this and they support it, that's going to be what's going to make it happen
that's
for next
definitely
year.
going to help us next year and the year after to
That's
try
gonna be
and,
longevity.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, the only way that it can ever be anything is if, you know, you guys show up and
Show
show
up and
out,
support.
you know, just come hang out and have a good time. You know, over the years, it'll grow, it'll get better each time, you know. It's coming from the Fast Life Campout, you know, I've been there to see the progression and see what it's capable of being. And, you know, it's so rad to just see people come from all over the country just to hang out in the dirt, you know. It's a really good time, and I think everyone should definitely show up for sure.
Well, and I think there's a market for it. You know, if us random dudes from Utah are driving clear out to Oklahoma for some camp out, to me that means that there's something to that.
Everybody
you know,
wants to party, yeah.
There, you know, I think that there's something primal about that I know we all like, but I think that more people could get in touch with themselves about. You know?
And there's so over the years, like, yeah, we've added a few things to, you know, just spice it up a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's really just the people showing up. We didn't do anything to, you know, make it big or anything, you know. It's just people showed up and they had a good time. They went home and told their friends about it, and then more people showed up. And that's basically the end goal, you know.
And that's what we want, is everyone in, you know, other states, surrounding areas, especially local people, to come out and be there. Speaking about the camp out, we don't want any obligations. You're all welcome to come ride with us on Saturday. That's what we want, but you're also welcome to go take your own rides. You know, it's just
or sit at the camp.
Yeah,
You
chill
can
at the
do
camp.
whatever
you
you
can
want.
do whatever you
do
want.
your thing.
You know?
It's just kind of open.
But come meet people, come hang out, you know, come support. And I think for years we've all kind of had our own things going on. You know, from north to south, we've got pretty big gap in between all three shops or all three, you know, groups, and it's never really been an event that we can all hang out and do anything together. You know, even see the bikes or get to know people, and it's still the same scene. It's still the same community. So I think it's a really awesome opportunity for everybody to hang out and come together and build friendships.
It's just really cool to have all the shops, because each shop has their following. You know,
Exactly.
you go to this event, these guys are here. You go to this event, these guys are here. We're gonna mash everybody together. And what biker doesn't want to go on a camp out and camp off their bike? I mean, that's everybody's dream.
I mean, that's kind of like the root of you know, bikers, right? Like,
Yeah.
following back, like that's what they did, you know, 50, 75 years ago, is they just packed some gear and went riding.
And
Wherever
it's
they
not
stopped,
glamping.
they
it's going to
slept.
be real camping. So come out and, you know, get down and dirty
You
with
don't.
us.
The biggest thing is a lot of people think, well, I'm not set up to go do that kind of still. I don't have the gear to do that. But it's really inexpensive. For what I did is I jumped on Amazon. I got me a cheap little backpacking tent. Don't get a one man because they're too small. You gotta get a 2-man tent.
But
We
even
can have some
disposable,
room,
like
you know.
when we went to the camp out, if you guys say you have a Sportster, ride your Sportster with your buddy up here, stop at a Walmart, grab a 4-man tent for $30-$40. Even if it just lasts you the weekend,
Chill.
you know, bring your sleeping bag. Other than that, you know, you're probably going to want to pad the next camp out, but just come out and have fun, and you'll figure out, you know, what works, what doesn't.
I mean, we were straight
You'll be
tarping
there.
it down in Moab.
Yeah, you'll
you know?
be there. It doesn't matter. We
it
slept
ain't
under the
hard.
stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just come.
It doesn't take much to sleep in a tent.
No.
Once
Hey.
you've had a few to drink it,
Yeah, you sleep
Don't
in a
matter.
tent.
That doesn't really
Well,
matter.
with these events, you get talking to people, and it's like-minded folk that love what you love. You don't want to go to bed. I mean, you're just out there. You can't talk enough because you've been waiting for people like this to talk to. So I don't think that's the issue ever.
So let's give everybody an idea of kind of like the schedule, like timing.
I
like kind of what to like when are we leaving? What are we doing? When to?
So there'll be kind of got set up to where we're gonna have food there. The details on the food are a little bit iffy, but there will be food there for people to hang out, relax. We're not too far. Food. We're not too far out of town to where there's a store close by that if you want to grab some hot dogs, burger, steak, whatever the case is, cook it on a rock. I don't care. You know what I mean? But like, there's going to be the means to have food. Everybody's going to be fed, drinks, whatever the case may be. BYOB, bring what you need to survive on the weekend. Saturday, I think it would be cool to go do a big ride. Those that want to ride, great. Those that don't want to ride, great. Those that want to go do their own ride. There's been talks about a little bit of a motorcycle rodeo being set up Saturday night.
So yeah, we talked to a couple of the guys with the Misfits today, and they're definitely down to kind of set that up and run it on Saturday night. So they said they were down. They were going to try and gather as many as of their kind of their crew to come out and hang out for the weekend.
Absolutely.
So kind of give some guys something to do and other guys something to watch on Saturday night after we get back into town. Or back into camp. But so Friday, I think, so like to kick off, did we ever decide, are we going to do a pre-party?
I think we should.
I think we
Wednesday.
did decide.
Yeah, I think we should. Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Rainbow Place.
Rainbow?
At the Rainbow in Roy. So we'll set that up, pre-party, get together.
Shirts.
We'll hand out shirts. We'll talk about shirts here in just a little bit, but you'll probably get your shirt either at the Rainbow or when you show up in camp, just depending on
if you can
when
make it
we
or
see
not.
you. Yeah. And so like Friday, I think we're gonna get a group to leave from here and a group to leave from your guys' shop.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a group from leave to our shop. I don't know if you guys leave from your
I would
shop.
say we'll have a group coming from the south.
Come from the south. I don't know, that all may meet up eventually. I don't know. I'm trying to be there, around 5-ish is kind of what, before the sun goes down, let enough people get in, find out where we're going. Thankfully enough, Law Tigers has flags posted out. We'll have some little flags and
mark it.
banners, on the turnoffs. If you see a Law Tiger sign, hang
So
a
you
right.
don't have to ride with any of us down.
Yeah, if
You
you're
can
not in
ride.
the group, just roll up at whatever. I mean, if it's super
we're going
late,
to post the
whatever.
coordinates probably the Thursday before. So anybody
before.
can show up at any point in time off the coordinates and following the signage. It shouldn't be an issue.
And I would say too, like if you can't make it Friday night,
Saturday.
roll in on Saturday. Like
Absolutely.
it's open, man. There is like no structure to this. It's supposed to be chill, easy, laid back. So like, yeah, if you got to work Friday night or whatever, and you can't make it till Saturday,
We're camping.
roll in Saturday.
Well, and I think too,
You're
like
welcome.
if you're down bad or your bike's down or whatever, or you got a truck or your homie's got a truck doesn't have a bike, come. We
Yeah.
want
show up.
everybody
We're
needs
not
a
gonna turn you
chase
away.
truck, bring some wood, have them bring a cooler. Everybody's welcome. It's probably going to be more of an adult focused in terms of like, the rides and everything that we got going on, but everybody's welcome.
Everybody's welcome. So yeah, roll in Friday night is for the most part. That's the plan.
That's what
Is
we're
roll
planning,
in Friday
yeah.
night. I think us, we're all trying to shoot there to be there 5 o'clock ish on Friday night. Friday nights just hang out, chill. Saturday, wake up, grab some breakfast. Some of us will be running over to Vernal, kind of riding around. We just want people to really get out and ride.
I would challenge people to just go, even if you're at the camp out, go see stuff and do stuff you've never done. Get out of your comfort zone. This is all about just exploring, meet new people, go do stuff you've never done.
The one thing, like I was talking to one guy the other day about it, and he was just saying, like, if you've never ridden that area, if you decide to ride around the lake, what he called the backside or the east side of the lake, there's not much out there. So just plan fuel accordingly, because you might get halfway around and start running out of fuel, and there's not much on the backside.
Got service up there?
What's that?
Service?
We got service at the camp.
At the campsite, we do.
Spotty-ish, yeah.
Going up over top, there will be spots that you lose service, but there's the dam. You got a couple fuel stations for boats and stuff, the marinas and stuff like that out there. Which up there you have at the boat launches, don't they have a little like
Ham sandwich.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like a convenience, not a convenience store, but like where you can buy tackle, whatever the case mean. Yeah.
Bait shop? Or
Yeah, around the lake. Not every one of them, but you know there will be means to if you need something, you may be able to swing in there and
Well,
grab
and
it
our
there.
plans
you know?
was to map everything out.
What's
So
there?
we'll be providing,
what's where?
maps of the local area, you
Yeah.
know, because I would definitely encourage getting yourself water and Gatorade, getting some hot dogs just in case, you know, getting
Pedialyte.
that kind of stuff to prepare yourself for whatever might happen.
It's camping.
But you'll know, but you'll at least know where to go get
absolutely.
the stuff you need.
Yeah, and our spot, you know, you're like 10 minutes away from amenities.
Manila,
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, a gas station, a grocery store, whatever.
A little
you know,
diner in town too.
Yeah, a diner, a bar. So you're not that far off. Just be careful if Saturday, if you do decide to ride around the backside, just plan fuel accordingly so that you don't get stranded out there.
Absolutely.
But there'll be a ton of people up there that know the area and stuff,
For
and all
sure.
the rides, and go venture out and go see some. There's some really cool shit all the way around there.
Yeah. I mean, it's you know, some would say it's kind of a desolate area. It's just different looking than, you know, the mountains here.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful in its own right. Just go out and check it out. You know what I mean? Like, down by the dam, you know, into Vernal and stuff, like, is really cool.
Absolutely.
You know, so I think there's a lot of riding to be had out there. So Friday, whether you ride with a group, you do your own thing, just ride, come back into camp. We'll have food there Saturday night, one way or the other.
Yep.
Rodeo games, hang out, party, have a good time. And then Sunday, just kind of like get up and just pack your stuff
her
up
up.
and start rolling out at whenever you want. I mean, it's up to you at that point. So,
I think we were kind of talking about doing not necessarily a bike show, but more or less a show and shine. Look at everybody's bikes, you know.
that's Saturday night, right?
Yeah, Saturday night.
I think just to meet people, like we're all
Absolutely,
really
yeah.
stoked to meet everyone around here that we haven't met or that we haven't been able to talk to. So I think Saturday night, whether it's at the rodeo games or after, you know, whether we just park our bikes in a line and take a walk. But I'm really excited to meet people that are doing what we do around here that we don't know. And I think we all camp differently. You know, we've camped a few times together with the families and the different camp games, like the nail game, you know, and everyone has the different towards beer darts. You know, bring your games and let's all, you know, play together and learn different stuff. 'cause
Damn,
I think
I
there'll be
should
some
bring
cool
some nails
stuff.
you ever played
Game,
nails?
right?
Yeah.
I have played
Nails
it,
is
actually.
cool, dude.
I played it somewhere in Sturgis one year. They had it like out back of the bar or
Yeah,
whatever.
nails is a good time.
I got a
But yeah,
knife.
bring all that. If
Like
you have a
feet.
game that's camping you can fit, or you have something, bring it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be able to have a fire without the whole field catching.
Hell yeah, we
Should be
will.
the only thing would be like wind advisories, but other than that, we should be in
Yeah.
good
Fire
So
would
we'll
be
have a
good.
fire for
Yeah.
sure. If not a couple, if need
Yeah.
be. You
Yeah,
know, if
some
there's
wood.
that many people, just depending
Yeah.
on how many people. But yeah, we'll have firewood
Yeah,
coming. So we got
Yeah,
we got
one
that
of
taken care
our
of.
Sponsors sending up a truck of firewood with
Yeah,
us.
shout
so-
out to the sponsors for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help making it happen.
Yeah, without sponsors, we couldn't make it happen.
So shirts. Let's talk about shirts. We got shirts being made, limited quantities. So jump
Let's
on
talk
it
about
quick.
Yeah, I think you know, you can hit any one of us up individually, starting right now,
Yeah.
to get one of these.
Yeah, they'll
we're
be
making
pre-selling as
100
of
of
tomorrow.
these shirts.
Yeah.
So they will go fast.
They're gonna be gone before
yeah.
we know it. So you
and that's what we're doing.
We're gonna
So-
put a QR code up on the website, right? Or
Trucker Speed website.
Yeah. So I think, you know, all the
or a
shirts.
link of some sort.
Yeah, to buy the shirt will be on our website. We'll post it on the website. We'll have it on the front page, on the home page, to make it easy to find for people. Go on there. They're not printed yet, but if you buy one, we'll get that set up probably tomorrow or the next day. But you know, they'll be for pre-sale, so your name will go on the list, and then, you know, like we said earlier, the shirt will be. You'll get your shirt either at the pre-party,
Pre-party, yep.
or at the campground.
What time are we doing the pre-party at?
7.
I'd say 7 is
Cool.
a good
7
time,
again.
yeah.
Good with me,
Seven,
yeah.
yeah, 7.
7?
You know, that what gives us. I don't know. You guys are probably the furthest away from it.
7 will work.
I mean, it's easy for
I
you,
haven't
right?
mapped it, but Salt Lake people should show out and come out to the rainbow for sure.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
It's a fun
It's a
bar,
hole in the
you know,
wall.
little hole in the wall
It's a
bar.
cool place.
A great family-owned bar that, you know, a family that does a lot for the biker community too. They do,
Yeah, they
you know,
do.
a lot of biker events, you know, charity stuff. So we like to support those guys because they also support, you know, they put back into the community.
For the pre-party, if you're coming from Salt Lake, we'll have a ride somewhere riding up to the Rainbow to be there by 7.
What else do we need to go over? We talked about food. Food will be there.
It's advised to, what is it, $6?
Yeah, yeah.
$6 a day is what they say.
Like it's $6 a day for a day pass because we're on Forest Service ground and they want you to buy a pass to get on it. $6 a day for a pass. We know from experience that if you do get checked and you get a ticket, it's an $80 ticket. So like way cheaper to buy the pass. We were told by someone that they rarely check them, but just a heads up, like grab a pass. You can buy it at the gas station in town on the way in.
Roll the dice.
So,
If there's a chance that they're checking them with probably how many people
if you're
we're
gonna be
rolling
there-
in with, I'd imagine they're going to check
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're gonna roll,
A lot of gas stations in Wyoming that most people are going to be stopping at for fuel anyways.
so yeah, that's what Jordan was just saying. Any of the gas stations in Wyoming will sell them. So if you stop and get fuel, just ask them in there. Do you sell a day pass for?
Yeah, is
And
that
just-
what do you ask for? Just a day pass? Flaming Gorge days pass.
So yeah, do that. I think that if it's 2 days, but $12 for the 2 days or whatever.
That's
Versus
a cheap good
getting-
time.
Getting hit with an $80 ticket. Just be warned that we're just trying to let people know so that you don't get an $80 ticket and had no clue why. At least people know about it. So
And if you want to ride out with your local shop, I mean, just go to your local shop, talk to them, see when they're going to ride out, and just ride out with them.
Yep.
You
yeah,
can ride in a group, or you can show up whenever you want to. Truck
Even
or
if
car.
you need to know how to prepare better than what we've talked about. You come talk to us and we can
Yeah,
talk
hit
about
us
how to
up.
prepare for this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's not super difficult, but I feel like the consequences are high if you don't prepare properly.
At least ask if you have a question.
Yeah.
And, it kind of goes unsaid, but Sunday morning, we expect everyone partying to wake up and clean up with us.
Yes.
Grab
Oh,
a
for
garbage
sure.
bag
Yeah.
and clean up. We're leaving that place cleaner than when we got there.
for sure. Yeah, we want to be respectful and be able to come back again. Next
Years.
year if
Yep.
that's our spot. We got a bunch of listeners on live right now. I just was going to tell them if they have any questions, jump on there and ask. I don't know if we've left anything out or if they have more questions, we can address those now if anybody has any questions. So please hit us with those if you got them.
I think while we're waiting for questions in terms of like sponsorships, Hardin's Barbershop in Salt Lake, shout out to them. They're helping us make this happen. Caesar's Motorcycle Empire, Micro Soul Wellness, along with others.
Yeah,
Thank
I don't
you.
know. I'll throw out Connor Mosman, Just Paint. I don't know where he's going under right now. Extracts,
shout
Penguich
out
Motorcycle
Extracts.
Rally.
Slater Designs, Royal, shout out.
So yeah, we have Casey's Tree Service hooking us up with all the firewood for the weekend. So shout out to Carson, and then a Shade Above window tint. They jumped on as a sponsor, so thanks to those guys. And I think all those guys are coming out to camp with us too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
Everybody come.
Isn't there one more?
I don't remember them all. We can throw them in the bottom of that.
I mean, Law Tigers really isn't a sponsor. They're part of the event, but this event wouldn't be possible. And honestly, the motorcycle scene wouldn't be possible without Law Tigers helping
Law Tigers
us
is
out
huge.
with accidents, attorneys, friends, event. I guarantee you don't go to a motorcycle event in Utah without Law Tigers being present. So
I think just so everybody knows, like I don't think a lot of people realize what Law Tigers pumps back into the motorcycling community, and no matter what state you're in. But I know here that like you guys are always behind the scenes helping with whatever ride, event, bike night, or whatever. So, you know, a huge thanks to Law Tigers for being a part of it too.
It's as stupid as a raffle gift or something. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
it
it's not
all
something
helps.
big that means to a lot of people, but to us, it means a lot. They help our shops out tremendously.
For sure.
You know, so like
They're the most active in the whole scene.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's a great honor to be a part of the family of every single shop, you know, and every single event, and be able to actually help people. You know, that's the key to it all, and help all the events, help all the shops, and be welcomed with open arms into the shops. And it's a great honor to call you my friends. You know,
Yeah.
and when somebody gets in a wreck, you're able to go in and help them out and make their life better. They don't have to battle the insurance and battle all the crap that they don't even know how to deal with. No, it's a great honor to be a part of. You guys, thank you.
We appreciate it. And I think talking about, you know, who's coming and why to come, there's going to be a lot of people coming from out of state, at least in our circle. You know, like Brian from Twin Falls, Woodgrain FXR on Instagram. He's coming down. Something I experienced at the Fast Life Campout is a lot of us follow and interact with people on the internet that we really never get the chance to personally meet and interact with. And these are the events that you get to do that. So, you know, they're going to make the trek. They're going to make it there. The least you can do is get there and hang out and meet them and, you know, be a part of the community that, you know, you're in.
And I want to just challenge all the local guys. Like, you got it easy. Like, right? Some of these dudes will
least
travel
you can
from out of state. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just come out. Like, I mean, I want to see as many people out there as possible. So, like, if you're thinking about, like, oh, it's not really my thing, like, just come out and do it. Like,
But there's not an event that's going to happen
easy.
this year that's even close to this.
No way.
You know, if you want to camp on a bike, if you want to camp with your local shops, you want to camp with local bikers from Utah or wherever the surrounding states, you're not going to get another opportunity other than this event this year.
I mean, the biggest thing too is
We've cut all the bullshit out, too.
screw the local shops. Realistically, let's go camp with your buddies.
Yeah.
Let's get out with your buddies. Get out with your friend group. Get out with your riding group. Let's go ride. Let's go do the reason why we spend way too goddamn much money on these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's go have fun. Let's go. Tyler always gives me bullshit, but if I'm not miserable on a trip, we ain't having fun. You know what I mean? We're trying to make it as easy and as fun as possible for everybody. But I low key kind of want to have like kind of a shitty, miserable time just because that's about the
No
adventure.
sleep, rain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll do the best we can. We'll take care of you.
I'm trying to plan, you know, like, hey, let's go do a bunch of miles.
Trying to
and then
pay.
I'm thinking about it like, damn, is that really what I want to do? I'm going to be miserable. Let's go do it. You know what I mean? Let's go have fun. That's what it's about.
But you're going to meet new riding friends and new riding buddies. You're going to meet somebody around the campfire. Could be a long life friend. You know, this is a beginning of everything.
Put Utah on the map, you know, show people that have never experienced this riding around here some dope riding that, you know, is some of the best in the country, you know.
Well, like it's been said before, like everybody's got to lean in. You can't just watch from afar and hope that you can come to this in a couple of years. You got to come in and do it and tell your friends and be there and be around the campfire and make these relationships for all of this to work.
Yeah. You want to be there for the first one just so, you know, in the future, say this does get really big, you can say that you were at the very first one and you're a part of the reason that it grew to what it was, you know. Another thing I wanted to speak on that I feel like is the coolest part of this whole thing is everyone here, or the majority, came from the same place. And, you know, now they're their own individually owned shops. And I think it's cool as fuck that they're all coming together and doing this one event as one. Like, it's not everyone's been friends since, you know, they didn't all grow up together, but they did come from the same place. And I don't know, I think it's really cool.
well, I think the cool thing for me, like, speaking on that, is just that, like, you know, you guys are 30 minutes down the freeway from me, and, like, up to now, like, you know, we've run into each other at an event or whatever, but we're both, you know, we're all so busy that we, you know, but it's like our lives are pretty much the same thing, right? We have more in common than we don't. And this is going to be like one of the things I'm looking forward to is, you know, talking with you guys more and more around a campfire, just really diving into some of those, you know, life, you know, experiences, like, you know, and hearing the grind of what you guys deal with on a day-to-day basis, because I know it's going to be the same that I deal with, right? And like that's something that I'm excited to do locally, because like sometimes it's fun. Like I'll go to Sturgis, or I'll go to like some of these, you know, out-of-state events, and I'll talk to guys who run shops or whatever, and I'll be like, man, this dude's dealing with the same shit I'm dealing with. But then I come home and I never talk to anybody in Utah that I feel that same connection with, and this is giving me the same opportunity with
We're
dudes
dealing
that
with
are
the
right
same
here.
bikes.
Yeah,
So
you know.
I think the biggest thing is as we're all like-minded in that aspect of same shit, different day. The only difference is it's the same shit, different day for us is the stuff we like to do. And yeah, it may be shit, it may be stressful, it may be whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, we all like to ride, we all like to get out, we all like to have fun. We're going to shoot the shit, we're going to share the stories, we're going to share the trips, we're going to share the bad experience with bikes, as what works, what doesn't work, what products work, what doesn't work. You may get from my shop or our shop that, hey, this product is dog shit, or you might get it from the, I really like that one. It's like, how the fuck's it working for you but not for me? Like it's a different story, you know. So it's cool to be able to connect with other shops on the same level that we are, but the biggest difference is that we are cut from the same, we all learn from the same place, and we're trying to make that same place elsewhere.
That's where that bond grew from, but I think the biggest difference is, you know, at least where we are, I don't know anywhere else that you're going to be able to go and live it with the shop that does it with you. You know, like most people are at the shops that you're at, they might not ride or they might not give a damn about anything that's going on. We truly, I mean, Tony just got back from a trek across the country for racing. We just got back from the camp out in Texas. You guys do trips all over the place. You know, we eat, sleep, and breathe all of this in terms of having the shop, getting, you know, our name out there, getting your bikes on the road. This is truly our whole life, and we want to share that with you. You know, I don't know, most people don't have the opportunity to come out and really get to know the people that are working on your bike or the people that are caring for your motorcycle. And
See them at the shop.
that's what this is all about is, you know, we are not like, you know, we're not where we came from. And there's a reason why we're doing what we're doing. You know, we set ourselves apart, and we truly love this, and we truly want to take care of people who ride motorcycles, and we want to bring everyone together, and I think that's the impact and the point we're trying to make. So lean in.
Where else are you going to get a chance to ride with the guys who work on your bikes? You know, and
I think it's pretty rare, really.
Yeah.
it's super rare, especially all of the bike shops. I mean, how often are you going to get to ride with you guys together that are working on the bikes? You know, it's such a rare opportunity.
It's
to
not
get to
every
do
day.
this.
It's not
No.
every day you see local shops coming together
And if there's
to form one thing.
if there's a solo dude, I hear a lot from Utah. I don't have anybody to ride with. I don't know where to ride. I don't know what to do. Whoever shows up to this camp out's gonna be welcomed with open arms.
We're giving you people to ride with.
Yeah,
now.
we're giving you people to ride with. But if you don't think you know anybody here that's gonna be at this camp out, show up and meet people, make new friends, make a new community. You'll be welcomed with open arms. Promise.
I mean, last year we did a camp out of about 15 people, I'd say probably. And there was,
15, 20 people.
I'd say
I
at
think,
least
yeah.
2 dudes there that had never met any of us. And I see them both almost weekly at this point since that camp out. You know, that camp out changed our relationship with those dudes and made friends out of a random person with us.
The one dude set his, he brought if I have one piece of advice, don't bring a hammock.
Because there's no
We've been on
trees.
2 camp trips like that. Yeah.
One, there may not be many trees you can put the hammock in, and 2, I've been on 2 camp trips that they brought hammocks and were miserable. One time it rained when we were out and about, and his hammock was a swimming pool. And the second time, he set his hammock up over a pile of snow and wondered why he was cold. So, like, bring some sense into it, but don't bring a hammock. Let's get a good sleeping bag and a fucking tent that can...
Yeah, I mean, if we want to go over tips, I mean, bring a bag, nice little bedroll, whether it's, you know, an air bedroll or just a pad, a decent sleeping bag. And then I always just kind of wear my cold weather gear at night if it's going to be cold to compensate for the cheap sleeping bag I own. You can use your bag or like your hoodies as a pillow. The biggest thing I would say is bring water. That's like the most important
Socks
thing.
and underwear, man.
Socks and underwear,
that's my
ibuprofen
shit right
water.
there. Yeah.
Just, you know,
I ain't got
think
clean
about
underwear,
that.
man. Forget
Toothbrush, you know, you don't want to have stank teeth.
I think for the what we're trying to provide, I think we're going to have some water
I
and
think
some
water and
Gatorades and
Gatorade
stuff that
will be provided.
yeah, that we can help with. Now,
You're
if every
lucky
one of
for
you guys
that
are
too,
drinking,
because if you've ever been on a camp out without that,
Yeah.
it's so horrible.
but don't be drinking 5 of them motherfuckers because we won't be able to
Yeah.
give everybody water. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Ration.
yeah, we're trying to help everybody. This will get you to the gas station or to the store 10 minutes down the street. So
yeah, water will be there. We don't need anybody, you know, getting dehydrated or whatever.
Nobody's gonna have a shovel.
we ain't
so
putting a
can't get
cross up.
anybody out
Yeah,
there.
we ain't putting a cross up out there. Everybody's
Nope.
gonna come back alive, so it'll
Yeah.
be fine.
So water will be provided. Food will be there. Maybe to make it easy, bring a little bit of cash.
Absolutely, yeah.
To you know, pay for food or whatever.
Bring some cash because I don't know what the food will be, if their Wi-Fi or however their setup is going to be able to take a card or a Venmo or whatever the case is. So bring, you know,
Cash will just make it
bring
easy.
some cash. That way that if their shit's spotty, then we can just take care of it.
Yeah.
And I'll say
you're
this,
fed,
I mean,
so.
it's not wanted to be said, but, you know, prepare now. If you have bald tires, if you have something that needs to
Absolutely.
be done before, don't be calling these shops the day of or the night before. You know, your lack of preparation does not make an emergency on anybody else's part trying to make this ride. So you have ample time now, you know, get it done and let's go ride.
I'll have to get my own bike ready the day before.
Same. That's what we're already on. I got big issues to try to solve to get a bike rolling for this camp out. So.
Yeah, I'm missing a tank.
We got like one working bike amongst a group of us at the moment.
Yeah, I'm down. Bryce is down. Tony's down. Sax is down.
Homie's at Dino still.
Tyler rode though.
But
So
I got oil on my bag, so I'll give myself a half credit on
we'll
that.
meet y'all there.
One more thing to remember, those, I don't know if it's different in summer, but the last few times I've been, the stores there all close at like 7 too, so people will probably plan ahead if they do need to get supplies.
Okay. So
That's good
like
to know,
the
yeah.
local gas stations, grocery stores in that area all close at 7. So just a heads up, you know. So if you're coming in late, maybe plan ahead.
There's Evanston before
Yeah.
that will be open for you. If you're coming up over the other side, props to you, but I'm sure there's be Walmart and Duchesne or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Get some lotto tickets on the
Plan
way.
on
in.
that.
Get some lava
Gil was
too.
asking
Split it half and half
about.
with
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
Gil's asking if there's pavement or dirt roads. We talked about it early on, but just to let him know, the
Dirt,
last
baby.
I'd say more than a mile.
Mile and a half, maybe.
mile and a half,
Don't try to
Two
church
even.
it
you
up.
know, maybe 2 miles is a dirt road.
There was 2 hills that I would say, I mean, were hills that existed, but not
Not Widowmaker.
nothing
No.
crazy, not a
You
bunch
could
of
probably
rocks,
drive a 2-wheel drive
you know,
car up it.
Yeah,
It's
mean,
no
well-packed
issues.
stuff, yeah.
It's mild, but it is a dirt road, so be prepared for that.
Just go low and
No
slow,
big
dog.
deal.
That's
Just-
all it needs.
yeah.
We ain't racing.
Put your feet down, just
Yep.
you know, go slow.
Chilling.
It'll be all right.
Tell your old lady to get off and walk. Do what you gotta do.
Or just
Bad
leave her
idea.
home.
Yeah, if you're gonna end up in the doghouse, just get in the doghouse.
That
Hey,
is
that's
another
about the
thing too.
doghouse.
If your significant other is coming, maybe have them, you know, bring the truck or car behind you with your cooler and all your stuff, and you know you can bring a lot more supplies that way as well.
They can ride up and might be a long walk in, but. Or, I mean, honestly, the road's not that bad. Passenger will be chilling on the back.
not that
you know,
bad.
So
Really, it's not that bad. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't sweat it at all. I wouldn't let that deter anybody from going. Like,
We'll help
Just-
you get in if
yeah,
that's an
man.
issue. Just
I'll walk
get
up
to
the road
gate
and ride your
we'll
bike
get
down
you
for you.
in. Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's really not that bad. So whatever we got to do to help people get down into the camp, I'll walk up the hill and ride your bike down it if I have to.
Valet.
We're gonna bring a pit bike up there and we'll
I
be
do
shuttling.
expect tips.
Yeah.
We'll
Chip and Dale's
take a pit
valet.
bike up there and we'll shuttle.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll be shuttling.
I'll pack a pit bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring your pit bikes. Bring all that type of shit. I mean,
We
let's
thought
have
about
some
bringing
fun.
a couple pit bikes just to have in camp, just to mess around
Rip
with.
around.
I mean, like,
And we'll have a few pop-ups, but you know, if you got
Yeah.
a pop-up,
You want some
bring a
shade?
pop-up. There's
We'll be
limited
by the
amounts of
water, so
shades
if you
out
have
there.
like a party city or some floaties or some sort of like
Chandler's trying to get
any cool
sunburned.
water. I'm trying to get up in that water, so if you're with me, come with me. Bring your stuff. Let's hang out.
Chandler's trying to get sunburned. Damn, dog. You gotta bring some sunscreen.
It's been the longest winter I've ever remembered, so I'm ready to get in some water, man.
You can freeze your ass off, dog.
That's all right. I know the people are feeling me. Come with me. Let's go get in the
All right,
water.
we'll bring some waders so that you're at least warm in the water.
Yeah, okay.
we're really not that far out from the camp out either, huh?
No,
I was
no,
looking at it
it's
last
so
night. 2
quick,
weeks?
man.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Two
Holy
weeks.
mother.
Get ready.
It's quick, so
See them bikes.
get that
Tomorrow.
sleeping bag on order now.
Start that
Yeah,
cough
yeah,
at
yeah.
work so you can get off on that Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for people, like, to support and help this grow, like, jump on and grab a T-shirt. That's really kind of what's,
If you're a local and you don't get a T-shirt, what are you screwing up?
yeah. So that's what's going to help us grow this, try and make it bigger and better next year.
Tell your friends, share the posts.
Yeah, share it all. Come out, invite everybody.
It ain't just Harleys either. I mean, I love Harleys, and sorry for those that are listening. And I say
It's unfortunate,
we're not
but you're
working on
welcome
a
as
bike, but, hey, we want you to come out, have a good time, because maybe you can buy a Harley after this event, and after the camp out, and see what.
My buddy always says you meet the nicest people on Hondas.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I'll bring my pit bike out there.
It doesn't matter who you are, just come hang out.
Absolutely. There's nothing. We just want everybody to come out, have a good time, chill. And more importantly, we want to have a good time too. We want to relax, meet everybody, chill, talk about bikes. Although we talk about bikes every day, maybe I could talk about something else.
There's some hitters though. I mean, like this shop, your guys' shop, Salt Lake. There's a lot of bikes that either are garage built or shop built.
Absolutely.
They're just kind of hanging out,
Just come
idle.
show up.
Wait till they show up and just kind of shut it down out there.
Look at them.
Show up.
There'll be a lot of
Yeah.
camera lenses too. So get your project out here and let's
see it.
let's
see it out in the
Let's
dirt.
get some broadcasting of this thing and
Yeah.
let's
We just
see where
had-
this is at in 5 years.
We just had a question that they tuned in late, so they want us to start over.
No problem.
But to answer but I guess the short answer to that question is this whole video will be posted on all of our podcast platforms, so you can go back and watch it all over
Come to
again
the camp out.
later.
It'll be all displayed
Just show
in
up.
person.
What's the date on Friday?
the second.
The second. So just show up at
June
either
2nd.
here at Tucker Speed at Blackline. Where are you guys starting from?
We'll be either Sandy, West Jordan, Midvale, somewhere
post it
central in the valley.
Show
We'll
up
get somewhere
there
set
on
up.
June 2nd and just follow the pack to the campsite.
Yep.
Just make it that easy.
But when are you guys trying to head out?
I'd like to leave here by 2 or 3.
Okay, so let's give people a kickstands up time. That way they can prepare if they need to get time off work or whatever the case may be. We're not trying to roll out the shops at 5. We're trying to be there at 5. We're about 3 hours out.
Yeah.
So
We'll probably need to leave Salt Lake like 1:30.
1:30. You guys gonna go up 80?
We could probably come up to either Blackline or Tucker Speed and then roll as a pack there.
You gonna roll up 80? You guys gonna take Weber Canyon up?
We'll take Weber Canyon, so we'll take
So we'll probably
84.
take 84 up to 80. I don't know. You guys, I was thinking maybe you guys want to roll up.
We could roll Parley's to East.
Parley's to-
that'll be open.
Yeah, that'll be open. I don't know.
Is it
Harley
open now?
sucks, but
Is East open now?
no, East
and
Canyon's
last
not
we
open.
checked,
Yeah.
it's
No.
not, no.
But I mean, you guys can just. It's kind of a half-ass cool lap around.
Just follow us. We'll
yeah.
get you there.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pops, there's no course light allowed up there either.
He's taking notes over there.
That's what I like to see. Everybody should be taking notes on this shit, man.
Making me feel unprepared over here.
Hey, did you get your sleeping bag?
But I know even if we stagger to where we leave early, you leave a little after, and then we come here and we all ride as a pack, I mean, there's nothing. It's unity anyways. So
Yeah,
I don't
it's just
see
gonna
any
be
problem with it.
a long and slow ride. You know, take your time. If you need space, get space. There's no reason we're
Yeah,
not
that's the whole thing
rushing,
too, and it's
so-
really important rolling through these canyons.
Yeah.
You know, very, very important. Ride at your own ability. You know, we're all going to the same place.
Let's all get there together.
We want everyone there in one piece.
Yeah, we'll release the exact location soon, so everybody will have it in their phone.
It might, you know, if things pick up the pace, it's we're all going to the same place. It's not a race. We want everybody there in one piece.
Probably be for what we're thinking. We're probably gonna do one stop. Let the sportsters, whatever the case may be, littler tank bikes get some fuel. About halfway through, 100 miles, 80 miles maybe.
Where does that put us at?
I think-
Evanston's like 90.
Yeah, I think if
I
you,
think
we
we could
stop
make it
in
to Evanston.
Evanston, and then you can make Evanston to Manila. Probably do one last stop in Manila and let people grab what they need, their passes, whatever the case may be, and then roll in from there. Manila from camp's 10-ish minutes, 15-ish minutes, or 10-ish, 15
I'd say
miles.
grab gas on your way in so that the next
Absolutely.
morning you can at least get out to ride to
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
next gas stop. That's
Yeah.
important. Don't roll in
Absolutely.
empty.
So yeah, kickstands up around 2 from each of the shops, 1:30 or 2, and then shoot to be up there around 5. Gil's asking again if a trailer will make it there or trailers are allowed, and yes, I mean if you want to roll in with a trailer, if you want to camp in a trailer,
Just be dry camping.
just bring your trailer. If you don't want to sleep in a tent or sleep in the dirt, bring a trailer.
Yeah, come
bring
on.
your camper, bring whatever it is you want to bring. You know, I don't care. Just come out and hang out. So. So yeah, this will be like not very kid friendly event, you know.
There's gonna be motorcycles, loud music.
Late nights, loud music, loud motorcycles.
You might even see me run but naked.
I don't want to see that.
Frank the Tank.
So I would say this will probably not be a kid friendly event. Yeah, I think
We all
you know,
have
unless
kids,
you
we all
want to
love
expose
kids.
your kids to that, just be warned. That the reason we want to kind of have it off the beaten path is because we didn't want rules. We could just roll down the street to KOA, but they're going to have quiet hour and rules and stuff like that. Like,
That's what this. You know, it's not about that. We've kind of cleared out all the other motives. There's no bullshit. We're trying to keep it Western and just have a good time.
Just
You know,
let-
do
whatever's
what you
gonna
want,
happen is
Be
gonna
loud. You know, let go a little bit.
yeah. So probably leave your kids at home. Dogs, I think we've heard from a few people they're bringing a couple of dogs. If you bring a dog, clean up after it. Keep it on a leash, probably. You know, just be respectful if you do bring a dog. But I wouldn't turn anybody away if they bring their dog.
Shit, I was gonna bring my dogs up here today and let them
Most
just
of these
run around
fools
the
are
shop.
dogs anyways, so clean up after yourself and pick up your shit. Be responsible.
Yeah,
You know.
and that's just it. Like overall, just be responsible, be respectful. We're there to have a good time, but you know, we also want to be able to do it again. So we just there's a line. You know, be respectful.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Be a hog. Ride your motorcycle somewhere. Get there. Have a good time with your buddies. Clean up after yourself. You know, be responsible and ride home and take care of business. That's the whole thing. You know, we are all, we're men about this. So act like it.
I mean, if you go out there and you make a huge mess and you don't clean it up, it's going to be one of us that's up there
Yeah.
cleaning it up for you, and we don't want
You're
that.
going to be called out on that shit.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not-
Somebody's
there's
gonna know
no
somebody.
Yeah.
Well, and along those lines too, the bathroom situation is a little
It's
foggy.
Western, baby.
Yeah, they do have bathrooms
shovel.
at the
Bring your
boat
toilet
ramps.
paper of choice.
Yeah, there are bathrooms up over the hill.
We're gonna
within
try to
walking
do
distance, but it's a little bit of
Yeah.
a walk.
We may make some type of facilities.
We may not,
but
though.
it is Western. It is what it is. So that's another thing to be prepared for.
If you got a little trick, you got a little, bucket or stool or something, bring it. Let's see what your little design is.
You just put it on the back of the bike, dog.
Yeah.
Just don't
Yeah.
let me know that way I'm not behind you.
Just take care of yourself, honestly. Be adults and come hang out.
They make adult diapers.
It just depends, baby.
I didn't have that idea.
That's a horrible idea.
I don't know, man. I might be slinging Depends out the back door. So we'll see.
Yeah, bring your hustle in. S'mores, hot dogs. Let's have
Damn,
it.
we need some s'mores, huh?
Bring it, yeah.
Damn, we need some goodies.
We'll make sure a few goodies are there.
Brandon said you can get gas in Mountain View too, which is probably closer to halfway, right?
Mountain View's a little bit further than Fort
Is that
Bridger.
the same route of
Yeah.
80?
Oh, it's on the other side of Trappers.
Yeah,
That's probably a good halfway point.
yeah.
That's the exit off 80 is Fort Bridger, correct?
Fort Bridger, yeah. So we'll be taking the Fort Bridger exit, just after.
You go through
Evanston,
Fort
but
Bridger
yeah.
and then into Mountain View.
Correct,
right?
yeah. But I don't know. Some of the sporties and stuff with the little peanut tanks and stuff may
Might
not
be
make that.
stretched,
Yeah,
yeah.
Evanston is gonna be that. I think Evanston is 80 miles.
Right
And yeah, some of those sporties that'll be about
Yeah,
max.
so you
for
know, if
them.
you're rolling on a sporty,
If
3
you're
gallon
rolling
and
with a
under
bagger,
tank,
bring a hose and siphon yourself into town. I mean,
fuel's expensive, dog.
if you don't have a fuel cell, a hose is pretty cheap with your buddy's
Honestly, my
street
fuel's
plug.
expensive if I'm trying to help everybody. I'm joking. I'm gonna burn through that fuel just as quick, so I'm gonna need to stop in Evanston to get some fuel.
I'm excited though.
No, this is
It's
going
gonna
to
be
fun.
probably the coolest event any of us have ever, been a part of or.
I mean, it's the
seen
start of
here
a
at
new
all.
era
Oh,
in
yeah.
my mind. You know, the whole scene here after this will never
Yeah.
be the same.
And I encourage everyone, if you can still go buy a disposable camera, I want to see a lot of those out there.
Damn,
This
that'd be
this
cool.
is
yeah.
real shit
Yeah,
that
that'd be
needs
cool.
to be preserved and put into. Tell your
Footage,
kids.
if people want to shoot footage, stuff
Yeah.
like that, you
I know
gotta
Sax
tell
will be
them, bring
doing
it up.
it.
I know
Any other
Sax is gonna be killing
videographers,
it on there.
bring it up. We'd love to see some, good content from here.
Utah needs this.
We've got this. We just need to show it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
We've
it.
got it. It's just so spread apart. Like I've said, we've been doing this down there. You've been doing it up here. You've been doing it even further north.
I
But
think
it's a time
the-
for all of us to share it and do it.
The animosity,
It's gone,
You
too.
know, it's gone, and now it's like where I came from. It was like fuck everybody else. Now I'm sitting in the other side of the room, and I'm like, you know what? I like everybody else.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
We're all
exactly.
doing the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
man.
Let's figure something else out.
Yeah.
Like
We're
what
all-
we were doing
we
there
all
wasn't
want the
working,
wind in
you
our
know?
face. We all want to ride, and like you said, the animosity that was kind of falsely created in the past.
Absolutely.
It's not there, and we don't want to encourage any of that. That's not. We're all in this together.
Other shops that aren't, us 3, us 4 sitting up here. Welcome.
Yeah,
Come
if you're-
out.
yeah,
Show
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Let's have
yeah.
a good time.
When I say
Absolutely.
if
you
you're
know what I
not
mean?
riding and hanging out with your shop, come
Tell the shop to
come
come
hang
out.
out with these shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean shit.
Yeah, everybody's welcome. Everybody.
I'm trying to get out and about, so I know for a fact I always, when Tony puts on bike nights, if I can make it out there, I'm trying to go up there. And it's not nothing. It's just go show support. Like, hey, what up, dude? How you doing? Busy. Oh yeah, me too. Fuck, cool.
That's
You know?
another thing in terms of supporting the Tucker Speed Bike
Yeah.
Nights. You guys have a bike night once a month. Levi Welch is doing the Moto Mondays down in Salt Lake at the Taqueria. There's stuff going on every week. The Taco Tuesdays. There's always someone or somewhere to ride with. Get
And
out.
this is like one of the tightest scenes, compared to Vegas and Phoenix, some of these other places
Damn it,
I've
Pops.
lived in. This scene is so tight here.
Yeah.
Everyone truly.
It's a
gives
small
shit.
city and people are doing big shit. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's nice motorcycles out here. There's big miles being put down.
Mm-hmm.
The scene's pretty young. I mean, there's a lot of new faces.
That's what's cool as
Just,
shit.
10 years ago, you can all vouch for this. There was no stunt scene. There was no, riding going on or people going to any sort of campouts to where, we've got people constantly going to Kernville, Sturgis, the Campout, Arizona Bike Week, every single BRL race. If you want to do something, you can just kind of take your pick with any of us and come with us. Always.
I can attest to that because like 10, 15 years ago, I worked in the dealership and I felt like, it was an old crowd. I was like, man, this is not going to last because there's not a new generation coming in. And then all of a sudden, it's just come alive again. And a lot of younger riders coming in and then guys like us trying to feed back into that, you know, and grow this younger generation and the new scene. Like, you know, it's cool to see.
I think that's important because, like, you know, we've said it before on this podcast, is we came from the same place and we learned a lot from the same people, you know, and they were doing, you know, what we're doing in some capacity at the time. You know, if you look back in terms of like the hog rallies back in the 80s and the 90s, or I think they started mid 80s, but that's kind of what's going on here. And the community back then was so tight and the things that were going on, but everything has changed now and the industry's changed, and across the nation you can kind of see the shift in it, and it's no longer being, you know, led by the motor company or the dealerships. It's led by this. Led by us, you know, and it's not, you know, we're all grateful for where we came from and grateful for what we've learned, but at some point, if the torch isn't passed or if it's not going in that same direction for whatever motives, it lies on us to carry it on. And I think that's exactly what we're doing, is trying to do, you know, what's right for the riders, for the community, you know, for these bikes.
Well, and I think that all of us, like, we all saw that there was a need for that in our area, right? There was
big need.
What was happening in our area, just, you know, it wasn't working. So it's like we need to create something that, you know, kind of revitalizes the motorcycling community in our area.
And it took longer than it should, but we're here now.
I think the biggest thing is we all started bikes, dirt bikes, this scene, you know, green and young. And I remember going to, or attempting to go to events that were at a bar, and they'd be like, hey, get the fuck out of here.
None of us could get
You ain't
in.
21.
Yeah.
We're, like, we're trying to go camp in
Sneaking
lava.
in.
And like, hey, let's go to the bar. I'm like, dog,
Half
I'm not
of us
old
would
enough
go.
to get the fuck in there, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let's sneak in. But if you're young, if you're fucking about it, be about it. That's where we start. You got to learn somewhere, and we don't know everything. We're just stupid dudes that like motorcycles, and that's what it comes down to. But there is a growing scene of young cats getting on bikes that is great, and I enjoy the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of when I used to set up my bikes back in, you know, when I first had them. Like, God damn, I can't believe I did that shit. But I see that stuff every day, and I'm like,
it's cool to look
gonna
back
learn,
on,
dog.
because the stuff we were putting on is archaic now.
Yep.
You know, in terms of like that knob we were talking about last night. When we were attempting to do any of this stuff, there was nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know, we were just sending stuff right into the curb or whatnot. And I think about it as, you know, back in the day, the younger generation would come back from the war or whatnot, and they'd hop on choppers or hardtails. They'd go to the junkyard and build their bikes in that style. And nowadays, you know, kids are coming up and they're going to the lot. And they're grabbing a cheap bike, and then they're putting on the bars, they're putting on the pipe or the stunt stuff.
they're spending more on the bike.
It's the same thing, it's just a different avenue. You
Yeah.
know, so the chopper scene of 20, 30, 40 years ago is might be the stunt scene nowadays in terms of the bikes they're building and the stuff that you see around. So, you know, it's whatever your style or your flavor is, we've got it, you know.
It's the same passion.
Just
at the
lean
end
in.
of the
Yeah,
day.
it's still two wheels. It's just a little bit different than it was, and it'll be different in 40 years when our kids are doing it. But, you know, just keep going for that to keep going.
Yeah, I would be so down with seeing some choppers roll through into the camp. Like,
Oh yeah, and that's what, you
seeing
know,
some bitchin' choppers
right here
roll
in
through,
Ogden.
like,
You know, we talk about Junction City Chopper Show on the way up.
Yep.
You know, the Greasy Boys. They're right up here. We have one of the strongest scenes of choppers up here. You know, and they're all welcome. The Riding Hoods, all of you guys up here, the Misfits, everybody's welcome, and they know how to party, dude.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They're all about, like, you know, choppers and just clapped out baggers that barely run. I mean, they'll give me shit for saying it, but that's what they're about, and that's what makes them cool. You know what I mean? Like they're
They
legit.
barely run, but they're going to be at the campout.
For sure, they will be there.
That's not,
yeah.
They
that's the
will
whole
be there
thing.
if they got to push their bike halfway. Like those dudes will show up and they'll have the best time. They are true to you know what we're trying to do here. That they've always been about that. So and they'll show up.
maybe we're gonna have to push it more than 100 t-shirts.
Yeah, we want all of it. Well, that's the whole thing. There's 100 T-shirts, so get them while they're there.
Yeah, jump on it
Not
quick.
next
Yeah.
year. You better be quicker than that. You know.
And that's the one thing that's going to help us is the T-shirts. Like that's what's
We need
driving
that.
all this and going to help us prepare for next year and make it even better and bigger and all that. So grab a T-shirt.
Speaking on that, next year, this has kind of been planned in a matter of months, and next year is going to be planned with a full year in advance.
When we're done,
we would
we're gonna
love
start
to.
building,
We are going to take any proceeds from this and put it down on the next spot next year. If you have a spot with accommodations or land or anything like that, hit us up. We would love to put a deposit down and really set this up for the future for success. To keep growing. It doesn't have to stay where it's at. We'd love to just kind of branch out and show Utah.
At the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's about bringing the scene together to broaden everybody's horizons.
And everyone said that from the get-go.
Yeah.
Tyler, Bryce, Scott, Tony,
to
Sachs. This is not, we don't want a dime from this. Every single dime's going to go back to keep going on this.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
not-
showing how we fell in love with bikes, So to me, this is about getting you guys to love these bikes like I love these bikes.
We want to meet the kids 10 years younger than us, 20 years younger than us that are just green and bright-eyed and so stoked. And that's all the dollars we need from this.
I still feel like I'm that young.
Yeah,
Well, and just so people know, like we're not making any money from this,
No.
but it does take some money to kind of make it all happen. So that's what this is about. And if we have any money left over, it will just go into next year. That's it.
And that's where, thank God we have sponsors and we have, people in the city that ride that are able to put in for this, that make this happen. And then any proceeds that we have is going to try to keep this alive, going forward.
Yeah.
So we need everybody. We need us. We need the people to show up. We need the sponsors.
So we got another question. How much are the shirts?
$20,
$20
right?
bucks? Is that we decided on 20?
$20 for a shirt.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of a shaky thing. But
I think honestly, at the point in time now,
We got to figure
we're
out the
trying to
printing, but I say 20 to 25 is going to
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
25
right
will
in
be the
area.
max.
The max.
Yeah.
I think the shirt's just more for
It'll
you
be the
guys
coolest
to-
shirt in your whole closet too. So I don't even
You
trip
guys
on
are
the
gonna
price.
come next year and be like, "Did you get 2023?" No, I didn't. Well,
You get a
fucked up. I
camp
don't
for
know
a
what to tell you.
$25 T-shirt and a $6 pass.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
let's party.
it's worth it.
Yeah, $25 max. Like we're chilling.
And bear with us here. Like this is a very young idea. We're literally like
What do we do?
putting details together
A
on
month
the fly
before
here.
we
Yeah.
started it a
and
month
there's
ago.
100
Yeah,
T-shirts, but if you cross state lines, Hoggish Cycles will provide your T-shirt. 100%. I want to see people from other states come in and support this too. So
You better
there's
clarify-
only
you better
100.
clarify it,
so,
like,
well,
because-
the first I
because
would
the
say the
camp
first
house in
the
Wyoming.
first well, if you are not from Utah and you're crossing state lines to our camp
Okay,
out, say you're
yeah.
from Idaho,
I
Colorado,
just saved you a bunch of
I
money.
I don't care where you're from, and I would say, the first 5 to 10 people that are going to reach out to me and tell me you're for sure coming, I will have a T-shirt ready for you.
I need your ID.
Yeah. No, and it's for real though. I want to. I mean, even if you're on
I
the
think
whim and
that's
you
cool.
make it happen, I don't care. We'll get you a T-shirt.
How about
I'll give you my T-shirt off my back if you roll in.
I'll add in. I'll jump in on that. So, if there's anybody who shows up that is not from Utah or Wyoming, since it will be in
Yeah.
Wyoming, I'll exclude that one. I'll give them $100 bill.
Oh shit.
So I'm going to challenge anybody from around
Yeah.
the surrounding states.
That's not going on at any event in the whole country.
So
and that's gas money. I mean, I don't care where you're from. You need the gas money.
Because I will
Show
help
up.
pay
What's
for
that,
some
4
gas
tanks?
money.
4 tanks.
Depending on what bike you're riding, hell yeah, that's
Yep,
4 tanks.
That's 4 tanks.
At
That's
least.
4 tanks.
I don't know what other excuse you got. That's almost
So if
most of the way
if
home,
you are
depending
from
where
out of
you're at.
state, jump on your bike and get to our camp out, and I will give you $100 bill at the camp out.
So what I got, I ain't giving $100, but something that would make me want to go out of state. I'll get you some beer.
You some beer. That's
Yeah,
all
we'll
you
get you
ever
some
want.
beer. Yeah,
If you come to the camp out from out of state on an FXR, you're gonna have a whole hoggish bag.
Ooh, god damn,
Man.
dog, you can't.
So
keep
if a dude's
raising the
coming from
bar.
out of state on an FXR,
You'll
he's
have a
got gas
t-shirt,
money,
yeah.
a hoggish gift bag, and
a
and
30
beer.
rack, we're gonna. We'll do a 30 rack.
If you're
to
not
fucking-
coming, I don't know what you're doing. Shit.
We'll do the shop will do a 30 rack if you're coming out.
And you'll
fucking
probably
state.
get a Law Tigers koozie too. For that.
Get a lot of Tigers koozie.
Yeah, maybe even
Hell
a
yeah.
net gator. Shit.
But we need to know how many 30s we need to bring up. If you motherfuckers
Yeah, so
are
no,
coming out
if
of
you're
state,
planning that,
you know?
give us a heads up.
Yeah,
Like you said, this is
absolutely.
early, and
Hit
this
us
is,
up.
you know, this is all just out of our pockets. So if you are going to plan that, give us a heads up so we're not
Damn,
just going to
honestly,
caught with
sitting here thinking about it, a free T-shirt,
Holy shit.
$100 and a 30 rack, and you're trying to tell me I got to ride my motorcycle?
It's almost costing you money to not go.
Yeah,
at
That's
that
what
point,
I'm
you know.
saying.
Yeah.
You better
Like,
fucking
honey,
get
I
on
gotta
the
go.
train.
I'm telling you.
I want to go out of state.
What if I go out of state and then come back in?
That's what I was thinking.
No?
Man, there's always got to be that one motherfucker that
I'm looking for a loophole, right?
Yeah, no.
Damn, I'm trying to
Just
get
crush
out of
miles. That's what I'm talking about. Be a hog. Go get it. You know, and we're giving you every single excuse to come.
That's unheard of, though. I've never heard of any person, anywhere, any rally, any ride offer that stuff up.
Yeah,
Somebody'd be nuts not to take up on that.
yeah.
I hope I don't regret
about.
that.
But that's the thing is, I hope we do regret that. That'd be a good problem
cool.
to have.
It would be cool.
That'd be a good
Yeah.
problem to have. You guys are gonna run us broke from riding your motorcycles, but that's what we're here for.
No, it would be cool.
But thank you to Blackline for kind of dreaming up this idea.
Yeah,
Law
credit
Tigers,
to you guys
Tucker
for
Speed,
putting this
Sacks,
together.
everyone. Thank you.
I mean, but it's the scene. I feel like it's Utah as a whole. There's so much badass shit going on here, and it drives me nuts every day seeing it getting thrown by the wayside for some unknown reason that I don't, can't figure out.
I mean, I think it comes back to the standpoint of like we started camping. We did a shop ride work in said place, and
With
we would
no
just,
time off, we would just
shut
jam
down
out
on a Saturday.
overnight.
Thursday, fuck a
Well,
Saturday.
Fuck, we would do it overnight.
Yeah, and then
Middle
go
of
to
the
work.
fucking work week,
We
dog.
got kicked out. Yeah, fuck. Those were the kick out.
That's the whole
days,
thing
but-
is by any means necessary. We spent 10 plus years working in a place where you can't get time off, and we made it work. We've jammed a Sturgis and turned around and came home. We've gone to Moab overnight. You guys do Bagger Racing League in a time frame that should not even be possible. But
Yeah, I
if you
spent,
want it, you got to go get it, and that's
60 hours in my truck last week.
Dude, I felt like I blinked and I was like, damn, these motherfuckers in Pittsburgh already. I couldn't believe that.
It was 60 hours in 4 days.
I would say that the whole scene, though, Bagger Racing League, if you really think about what people are doing to go in and do that and the effort that it takes to ride a stunt bike for a stunt show, the effort that it takes to ride your bike across the country, everyone's got their different lane, and we all appreciate all of that. And you can see that from
Absolutely.
what we're putting in and what we're putting out, so...
Because it's not
Come
cost
in and
effective,
come
man. If you
together.
don't
No,
love
this is
it,
not-
it ain't there.
Nobody's getting
Yeah.
rich from this, but we're making love all day, and that's all we're in it for. We all bleed black and orange, but we're doing it our way.
We each have our own, unique ways of doing
Absolutely.
it. But the common theme is just two wheels, right? Whether it's on the racetrack or camping in the dirt,
Fucking a dirt
jamming to
bike.
Sturgeon, silver. Yeah, even riding off road, like whatever it is. I mean, I still ride off road. I still love it just as much as I like, jumping on the Harley and running through the canyon. Like, it's all just a love of two wheels, and it's what brings us all together. And that's what this camp out's supposed to be. I don't even care if you show up on your Goldwing.
Yeah. Well, and if
Or
you got
your
a
dirt
Pan
bike, I
America in
don't
Utah
care.
and you don't come to this camp out, you
Yeah.
better trade that motherfucker in right now.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot of bitchin' trails out there.
That's what I'm saying. You guys should dust us out
Absolutely.
there.
Shit. That's going to be the new challenge.
Cross state lines on a live wire, you just pocket $100.
Hey, we got charging stations in Evanston. Manila ain't got no charging station, so bring a battery with you or something. I don't know what to tell you.
I hope you guys are excited as we are. It looks like there's a lot of movement on here, so it's
Yeah, there's a lot of
encouraging.
people been tuning in, a lot of questions. So thanks to everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's excited about it.
We've
we're
gotten
stoked.
so many people reaching out that are excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have had the same,
Yeah.
but I mean, there hasn't been a person that we've talked to it about that hasn't
Yeah.
been to the moon about it,
Same for us.
Yeah, I mean, this has not ever happened before.
And
Yeah.
for everybody reaching out that, we are a little bit unsure for the past little while, this is why it's just been fresh and new and whatnot. But
And we're still working
now,
through
yeah.
some of the details.
Absolutely,
So, the dates are locked in, the location is locked in. We're going to be there's shirts for sale. We'll have food. We're still working on food as far as the exact details, but
We'll have water.
We'll have water and
meats
Gatorade
stuff
provided
like that,
for
You know
sure.
what I mean? But I
And
think
this is just us doing this on top of what we're doing every day, keeping bikes on the road. So, work with us. We're just trying to provide a spot for everyone to hang out. I don't, don't be
at the
ungrateful
end of the
about
day,
what's
we're
going
riders. We're
Yeah.
riders.
We're
you
not
know?
event planners. This is just come
hell
out and
no.
hang out.
We're always
this
trying to go on trips and not be hitting
Yeah.
Chandler up like, yo, dog, you got some ibuprofen? You didn't think about that shit? I'm like, hell no, I didn't. That was one thing
You
that
already
slipped
know
my
about.
mind,
You already know about my bag. I got what you need,
I'm always
man.
trying to hit him up with something, So, like, hey, even if you forget some, we don't have something at the event, there's going to be somebody there on a bike that has what you need. Take care of them if they
Definitely.
take care of you. You know?
That's what,
Get
nerd
'em
out a
beer,
little
get 'em
bit,
a fucking
try to
sandwich,
make
get 'em
your
something,
pack
you know?
better than the guy next to you. So when you get up there, you're more supplied. And,
Yeah,
if you're the
absolutely.
guy sitting around with everything that you need, good for you. That's what we're trying to
Start
find.
making
Is
some
people
trades, huh?
out there. Yeah, get your hustle on.
Chandler packs half a
You got
bike
the
with him
commissary.
anywhere he goes. So
Hey, everybody will come to learn how I get down. You'll find it out. Hey, but we're out here on the road regardless of how we're getting it done.
hell yeah.
We're out here.
Cool. Do we
I think we
We
got
have
it wrapped.
anything else?
I think we're good.
think we got it all
I
right?
think,
I just
we hit all
thank
the
you to
points,
everybody.
Yeah,
for
thanks
sure.
to everybody. And then if anybody's got more questions or whatever, hit us up here at Tucker Speed, the guys at Blackline. Shoot these guys a message or whatever on Instagram, give them a call, whatever. We're more than happy to answer any questions, help anybody out to try and help get you out there. I think everybody's willing to try and help anybody to get them out there. So
If
feel
you miss
free
out
to-
on a T-shirt, there's always Blackline T-shirts, Tucker Speed T-shirts, Hoggis T-shirts. Get something and come up and support. That's what this
Yeah.
is all about. So
for sure. So yeah,
I think we hit everything.
Got it
we
all.
hit everything.
if we missed anything, if you guys have questions, just hit us up.
I mean, we'll be posting stuff a little bit throughout the time of location, what's going to happen with food, what's going to happen with a couple other things. But I think for the most part, we hit it on the head and we're
Yeah.
chilling.
if you're packing up, if you're going to get your tire done, if you're getting ready for the camp out, tag us. We want to see who's coming. Let us know who's coming. If you're coming
Give
from
us
out
a
of
head
state,
count, absolutely.
give us a heads up. Yeah, any sort of
Out
head
of
count would
state
be
for
great.
sure,
If you're
now
out
that
of
we got
state, for
wagers
sure,
on the
give us a
line.
head count. We got to get a loan out for this. So yeah, let us know.
And don't forget about the pre-party on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
What's that date?
31st.
31st,
yeah.
31st, May 31st. So pre-party at the Rainbow and Roy
7
at 7 p.m.
p.m. We'll be chilling.
We'll be hanging out, getting ready to go. So hope to see you guys at the pre-party, and if not, Friday night at the camp.
We're taking shirts to the pre-party. Shirts to the
If
pre-party.
they're ready, we'll have them there.
Hopefully, we get all the shirts gone on the pre-party. So if you want a shirt, you buy a
Realistically,
shirt.
these shirts should be gone before we ever kick stands up. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
as
saying.
soon
We're-
as they're ready, we'll let everybody know and let
We're
it
all
rip.
trying to ride out there too. You know,
We don't
want
wanna
to
take T-shirts with us, yeah.
I'm not trying to pack a box on my bike.
No.
So let's try to get rid of these shirts
Try
at
and
the
get rid of them.
pre-party. You know,
For sure.
Also, you can only get a T-shirt if you go. You can't,
Absolutely.
can't buy a T-shirt for your buddy that sits back at home. That
I like that idea. Honestly, I did.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you can only get a T-shirt if you show up.
I like that idea.
If you buy one and you don't show up, we're coming looking for you.
I want that T-shirt back.
Rip that off your back.
Cool. I think that's a wrap. Thank you guys.
Hell
Thanks
yes,
to all our
thank you.
sponsors.
Thank you, man.
Thanks to the
This is
sponsors.
going to be a
The
great
sponsors
time.
have helped us so that we can
Make it happen.
put it on. You know what I mean? We appreciate you, Tony, for having us up here and
Thanks you guys for coming
being
up.
able to
Yeah.
put this on and
Thanks, Jordan.
reach out to everybody.
thanks, Jordan.
Jordan's really the man behind everything.
The man with the earphones.
You gonna be fishing up there?
Hell yeah, he's gonna be fishing.
Pole. Show Jordan how to catch a fish.
Jordan and Bridger can become best friends because Bridger's gonna bring his kayak.
Bridger's gonna
or
be bow
something.
fishing up there.
Dynamite.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
you.
Yep.
Peace.